Hi there. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you how the law of attraction really works. You could say this is kind of the secret behind the secret. I have been in love with the law of attraction for years, but I never really understood it. And frankly, it wasn't working for me. I was trying all of the things that I learned in the movie The Secret. Everything I learned from, listening to Esther Hicks and Abraham and even the Seth materials. And I understood it all, but it still really wasn't working. And then I figured it out. And I'm going to share that information with you here and teach you how the law of attraction really works. Please subscribe to my channel, give me a like, and hit that bell for future notifications. In order for you to understand fully how the law of attraction works, I want to talk for a moment, just briefly, about vibrational frequency and something called resonance. Now, we as humans, we emit a vibrational frequency. That's probably not news to anybody who has ever, been interested in law of attraction. But let's talk about resonance and think about this. If I had two guitars in this room, one over on that side and one over on that side, here's what would happen. If I plucked a string on that guitar over there, that vibration would go through the room and it would find the other guitar, and that string, that same note on that guitar would start vibrating. Okay, and this has been proven and demonstrated in a lot of different contexts. So that is resonance, okay? That guitar string was resonating with the note that that guitar string played. Let's say it played a C, the note of C. That vibration went through the room and it found that string and it resonated and it began to vibrate with the same vibration. That's resonance. So think about that. If like attracts like, that's a great example of that. And we are vibrational beings, right? We emit vibrational frequency based on what we're focused on. That's what it's meant by like attracts like. But you're saying it's still not working. I want a new car and I keep sending out the vibe of a new car, but I am not finding resonance. There is no new car in my life. Well, here's why. What most people don't know is that we actually are sending out two different, if not many more, two different vibrational frequencies. In other words, it's like that guitar is playing two different notes. Okay? Boing. Imagine you pluck that guitar and you're sending out two different notes. Here's what's going on. We're sending out vibrational frequency from the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. There's the two different notes right there, okay? But they're not sending out equal amounts of energy. The conscious mind, which is you, it's the part of you that I'm talking to right now. You're consciously awake and alert and alive, and you know where you're at and what you're doing and what you want, right? It's the conscious part of you who says, I want a new car. And so you're sending out that vibration, or in this example, you're plucking the string of a new car and you're sending that out. But here's the rub. This is so interesting. The conscious part of our mind is only sending out 1 to 5% of that vibrational frequency. The other note on that guitar is coming from the subconscious part of the mind. Now, this is the habit mind, and there's so much going on in there that we're not aware of, hence the name subconscious, right? But this is the part of your mind that's sending out the vibrational frequency that says, I'm so tired of having a broken down car all the time. I don't know how on earth I'm ever going to afford to pay for a new car. I'm afraid that every time I get in the car, it's going to break down. And you have these memories of every time you got in the car and it broke down, or you got a flat tire, or you smelled the engine burning, or the little red light came on. You got all this history in the subconscious part of your mind about the icky car, right? And that is the note that your subconscious mind is playing. 95 to 99% of the vibrational frequency you are sending into the universe is all about what you don't want. That is why the law of attraction's not been working for you. So, do you get that? We're sending out two different notes. The one that we actually want is only 1 to 5% of that vibration. All the rest of it's coming from the subconscious mind, which is our history and the doom and the gloom and the fear and the guilt and all the stuff we don't want. And then we wonder why we keep getting the stuff we don't want. That's why. That's why. And I want to tell you that this whole, resonance thing and the university and the cosmos that we're sending this energy to is absolutely impersonal. It doesn't care if what you're sending out is good or bad, or whether you like it or hate it. It just is. It just is. So what can you do about it? I'm glad you asked. First of all, let me recommend this book. I actually wrote a book on this. It's called Mastering the Law of Attraction, Your Personal Change Blueprint by Voila, Debbie Taylor. And in this book, I explain to you in greater detail what I just told you here. And the big question is like, okay, great, that makes sense. So how do I fix that? How do we get the subconscious part of the mind to offer the same vibrational frequency as the conscious part of the mind? That is the key in making law of attraction work for you. Now, there's more than one way to do this. In the field of energy psychology, there's, all kinds of things, which I'm not going to name them all because I'm not an expert in any of them, except for the one that I use, which is self-hypnosis. And here's why. Self-hypnosis is the most effective way to access the information in the subconscious part of your mind and update it, change it, rewire your brain so that your subconscious mind is playing the same note as the conscious mind when it comes to manifesting that new car or that new job or that new relationship or that health situation or whatever it is your conscious mind wants. It can make it happen. You've just got to get the vibrational frequency going out to actually reflect what you do want instead of what you don't want. And most of what's coming out from the subconscious mind is what you don't want. It's your history, it's your fear, it's your guilt, it's your shame, it's the memories of all the things that you don't want. And we obsess over that. So it only makes sense that that's what you're sending out. So that is it in a nutshell. That's how the law of attraction works. Isn't it cool? I think it's amazing. And, I'm a hypnotist and I work with clients. And when a client comes to me, I see everything they ask for in terms of law of attraction, because everything I do with every client is rewiring of that subconscious mind so that it's on board with what the conscious mind wants. So they're sending out a clear, coherent request into the universe. And you can learn to do that too. Read the book. I have another book on doing self-hypnosis if you want to learn how to do that. In this called Self-Hypnosis for the 21st Century. And I also have a course that goes with it. It's like, I think the course is $20. This is $10, not going to break the bank for you to learn how to do this. But you can do it. You can do it. You can learn to train your subconscious mind and rewire it so that it matches what your conscious mind works. And that, my friends, is how you master the law of attraction.